If I get in, it's automatic.
Greetings, folks. We are here at the Foolers Convention. I should actually say me, because I came up here by my lonesome. But we are here at the Foolers Convention in Peabody, Massachusetts here. And basically, if you look right over here, look at this. See the gentleman in the blue shirt right there? That is Paul Gartner. He was one of the guys on World's Greatest Magic 2. He does a fabulous cups and balls routine with steel ball bearings. I saw him do it when I was in high school. Yes, I made him feel old when I told him that. And he's one of the reasons why I actually know how to do the cups and balls. But anyway, so as you can see, we have a pretty good turnout here.
Rich Sterling made, and we had like maybe 13 inductees. But the way you guys did it was so much more.
That was fun. Say hello to the two people watching the stream. Yeah. I'm not sure who they are.
Vote early, vote often.
Vote early. Let's not go there. Back there in that door is Jeff McBride. He'll be out lecturing shortly. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Debbie. How are you doing?
Since I've been involved with it, I swear we should do that yeah. After the show.
Walk around.
I find that, like last year when I performed.
Oh, he does? Okay.
I had over 100 shows last year.
Then a tiki room where they had karaoke, and
I like them. Every once in a while I get, people get
Here's the guy who runs this place right here. Say hello.
Hello there.
Don't worry, I only have 2 people watching.
Oh, okay.
Don't have a huge following on Facebook. What can I say? Yeah. But don't worry, it'll be on my page after that. So.
and they had one of those bouncy things, like the.
So I then put it into different buckets.
Yes, hello, gentlemen. How are you doing? There we are. Yeah. This is Peter, was it, right?
It is.
Yeah, how you doing? Just met this guy. How long have you said you've been doing magic for about, 3 years?
About 3 years.
Yeah, and you can do stuff I can't, and I've been doing it for 30. That is so unfair.
Everybody's different. Nobody's the same. We have the Olympics.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Nobody's the same. That's why we have the Olympics.
Okay, all right. Yes, indeed. What is your name, sir?
I'm Mike.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Scott. How are you? You looking forward to the Foolers Convention here?
Extremely looking forward to it.
Yes. Yeah. Now, the gentleman who I mentioned, Paul Gartner, he's right behind my phone right here, but he's not the kind of guy you just ambush with Facebook Live.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't do that kind of stuff. Yes.
If you do want to get a chance to see him, I know he does shows every Friday at a hotel out in Boston. So
he does.
Check him out.
Isn't he from Pittsburgh?
He is.
Okay.
He's been doing traveling shows
Really?
around, and he's doing residency out at one of the hotels in Boston. So please check out his website.
Yeah. Everybody who says that I'm crazy for taking a show in Springfield every once in a while, listen to that, okay? We have a guy here who goes from Pittsburgh to Boston. How often?
That is quite a ride for you. Quite often.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Okay, but the point is that traveling is part of magic. Yeah. Traveling is part of performing, period. Exactly. I mean, I have a friend, Taylor Mason, is who I'm talking about. A ventriloquist friend of mine. He's based out of New Jersey, and I've seen him in Maine 3 times. That shows you right there. Yes, indeed. So anyway, right over here we have these smorgasbord of refreshments, and people. Yeah. And just to give you an idea, this is the kind of stuff that they. This is the kind of stuff that they sell in magic places. These are all the DVDs here. And here we have a nice picture of a group called Santa's Holiday Mix-Up, now known as the Holiday Mixers. As you can see, I'm quite partial to the Santa Claus guy myself. Can't go back there because that's where the lecturers are getting ready. And back there is Jeff McBride. He's a champion of magic. He was voted the Magic Castle's Magician of the Year award back when I was in high school. And I actually did a singing telegram for his father-in-law. His wife Abby is from this area, and It was just luck of the draw. My agent Joey sent me on it. Anyway, just to continue the tour here. See, this is the kind of stuff here. Look, see, this is all the kind of memorabilia. People wonder what they sell at magic shops. This is what a magic shop looks like. Yeah. Of course, this magic shop also has a small theater in it. They've put some extra things here so that a lot of people so that a lot of people can sit in the front here, like so. There. As you can see, it's a good turn. Look, you can even reserve seats at this place. This is great. But anyway. Oh, did you want to say hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I think you just said hello to all 2 people watching this.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I get more people. I get more people watching my live streams after the fact than I do people who watch them while they're live.
There you go.
I'm not exactly what you would call an internet celebrity, but anyway,
it's better than one person.
That's right.
Created, his name will live on forever.
Yeah. Thank God I knew Walter because through him I met everybody.
So we'll go back over this way.
Come to his house.
Oh, yes. Pose for the camera.
Andrus, Doug Henning, David.
Yes, there we are. It's not a still shot camera, but that's fine.
That's okay. I can be a still shot guy.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
Don't worry about it. Come on over.
Okay, enough of that. So I'm wondering what exactly is this vault they're going to. I'm going to have to shut this off once they take us on tour of whatever vault they're doing. But I don't know.
We will be interested to find out because I don't even know. That's why I didn't buy that DVD that I was looking at because I'm like, there might be more interest. I can get that anytime. Exactly. I'm gonna wait. Yep.
Yes.
Welcome to time.
See, that's the funny thing is, when you talk to people who aren't magicians at all, they're like, how do you learn how to do these tricks? Where do you get these tricks from? So, for all of you watching who have ever asked me that question, this is my supplier. This is where I get most of my stuff from, right here. This is
Most people on this coast get their supply.
Exactly.
Real talk.
Pretty much.
Other than online. I would go after. I just don't want to.
Let's not recommend other magic shops while we're on.
No, I wouldn't be actually. This is the one I came from that one to this one. Once I came here, there was no going back. This became it. So
yeah, well, I used to work for one for about a period of about 2 to 3 weeks that I was subsequently fired from, and now today that dealer does not exist because of, shall we say, a certain legal matter, and we will keep everything else. Looking back, I was very disappointed the day that I was.
Sounds good.
I was let go. I was disappointed the day that I let go. I was let go, and then years later, when I found out what happened, I was like, okay, I dodged a bullet.
I think I'm going to use going to get coffee. That's a good time to run down to my truck. I'm sweating like that. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Gartner?
Yeah.
You might have gotten in the background on some of this. I hope that's okay. Okay, thank you. You're the kind of person one does not ambush on Facebook. Yeah. Would you like to say hello? All right. This is Paul Gartner right here. He's one of our speakers. If he looks familiar, you're one of the people who fooled Penn and Teller, right?
That's true, I did.
Yes, you
yeah. And I'll be on again this year again.
Oh, so you'll have another
third
chance.
time, yeah.
So if you fool them this time, my Facebook friend Sean Farquhar will no longer be the only person to fool them twice.
Yeah, but who else did? Somebody else did too. Shin Lim. Shim.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah.
Oh, well, then I've been
That's
saying...
true. There's the possibility I'll join that club. We'll see. I don't know. I can't
I
say
actually
yet.
mentioned Sean Farquhar in my routine because there's a trick that I do that I changed upon his recommendation. Mm-hmm. And I used to just mention him, giving him like a shout out, but this was back when he wasn't... More people now know who he is because he's been on Penn and Teller's Fool Us. Sure. So, but for the past couple of routines, I've actually been saying he's the only magician to fool Penn and Teller twice because he... Sean, you actually put that on your Facebook at some point if you're watching. But I didn't know that he wasn't anymore. I'll have to.
I don't know.
That.
I think Shim did though, because he was on it this year.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. But
I'm not sure I could ever do that show because the only trick that I have that has a prayer of fooling those guys is like my signature trick. It's the trick that I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to take the risk that they would reveal any of how it's done on TV. So I know that they're usually very polite about it.
They're usually pretty good about that.
They are, but yeah, there's only one trick I have that is even remotely close, and I think they would get at least a piece of it. And I know that even if they get a piece of it, they don't count you as fooling them, right?
That's true.
That's true. Anyway, well, thank you for your time, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, hold on, wrong way.
Yeah, I'm 50 miles an hour through downtown.
Here's another good picture. The owner of Vince was some guy dressed up as Batman. This right here is Jeff McBride. This is who we're going to be seeing a lecture from very shortly. This over here is David Oliver. He's actually in my SAM club. This is Paul Gartner, the guy I was just talking to. That's actually his Penn and Teller's Fool Us trophy right there.
Yeah, somebody ordered
The video is actually asking, do I want to tag David Oliver in this? I think it's because they recognized his photo. David Oliver is actually not here right now. If he is, I missed him. He's not here? He is up here, though.
Yes,
that's,
he is right there.
That's one of the reasons. So that's probably one of the reasons why he asked, do you want to tag him? See, look, do you want to tag David Oliver in this video? I'm not sure I should do that. So I was just showing them. You like the guy dressed up as Batman?
Yeah.
That's me.
Is that you?
That's me.
Really?
It's me.
Nice.
It's me in a girdle and a breastplate.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd show you the photo, but I'm using my phone.
No, it's okay. I understand.
What is your name, sir?
Bill?
Hello, Bill. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. Just, do you want to know why I'm doing this Facebook Live video?
Why are you doing this? Facebook
Believe it or not,
Yes.
one question that I get that outranks even how do I do any tricks or how does any magician do tricks is people wonder, how does one get involved in this? Where do you get magic tricks? How do you learn how to do magic tricks?
Come to Diamond's Magic.
Well, yeah, so I thought, okay, you go to magic. I thought I would show the viewing public here a magic show. I don't think there's anything secretive in this room right now.
Nothing that reveals anything.
No, of course not. No. This isn't like the vault that they're going to show us later or something.
I hope so, yes.
Okay, so no, I will not have this on when the vault is on. When the vault is there. It was very great to meet Paul Gartner because Paul Gartner was one of the magicians. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, you know the whole Fool Us thing that they've all been on?
Yeah.
It is so like, hold on, let me flip this. It is so like Penn and Teller to have a trophy from a show that they host say F you.
Right,
yeah. That is just, they don't call them the bad boys of magic for nothing.
It's plastic.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It's. I've held it in my hand.
Well, I actually just found out from Paul that I have been making an incorrect statement in my show all this time. I do a 3-card Monty effect with 4 cards.
Okay.
And one person who owes I owe a great deal of credit to as to the way I do it is Sean Farquhar.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Sean Farquhar, no disrespect, Sean, you're an excellent performer, but a couple of years ago, nobody knew who you were from Adam, okay? But now that he's been on Penn and Teller's Fool Us, people do know who he is. Now, at one point, he had a video that said, the only magician to fool Penn and Teller twice. And it turns out that was true. But every time I give him props for the trick in my act, I've been saying, for those of you that don't recognize the name, he's the only magician to fool Penn and Teller twice. Turns out that's...
Paul has fooled him twice.
No, he's been on the show twice. He has not fooled them twice.
Okay, that's
okay.
right.
But apparently, according to Paul, there's another magician besides Farquhar who has.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I think he said it was Lynn or something like that.
Shimlin?
I think so, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, but if Paul fools them, Paul had said he was going to be on the show again.
He's on this season.
He's going to be on this season, and I said to him, so if you fool them, then Sean Farquhar will not be the only magician to fool them twice. And he goes, actually, he already isn't. I was like,
wow.
What? Yeah, because one of Sean's promo videos actually said at one point, the only magician to fool Penn and Teller twice.
Well, at the time, that might have been so.
It was true. Oh, by the way, anytime I give props to Sean Farquhar in my show, do you know what the kids always do? They always laugh, or I always get some kind of comment like, was he in Shrek? Because the villain
Farquhar.
Exactly, yeah.
I understand that.
So it's got to the point where I have to go, I learned this trick from a world champion of magic by the name of Sean Farquhar. Yes, that's his real name.
Yeah, everybody says that.
Yeah. So, anyway. Well, what was your name again?
Bill Jensen.
Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
Thank you.
Your name?
I am the Great Scott.
You're the Great Scott. Okay, I've heard of you, but I
Yes. Well,
haven't been able to come up the times that you've been here at the shop.
oh, well, thank you.
But
That's okay.
The next time I'll try.
Well, I'm going to try. I'm trying to get the SAM group that meets here to let me do my lecture lecture, which I've only done twice before. It's a new lecture based on a trick that I bought from Ickle Pickle many years ago.
Okay.
And that trick has branched off into about a dozen different effects.
Really?
So I have this lecture that talks about if you really stretch your imagination, how far can one trick take you?
Okay.
It's kind of
Sounds interesting.
exactly.
Good. Well, I'm a member of 104, so I'll look forward to it.
Well, if it happens,
If it
we'll
happens.
see. We'll see.
All right, well,
right now,
I'll push it with the president.
if you would do that, that would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Whew. Hello, Jesse. How are you? Oh, hello again, Peter.
Hello again. Ta-da.
This is probably turning into one of my longest streams ever. To answer your question, Jesse, I'm doing okay. Just standing here trying to kill time before the lecture starts.
I didn't mean to flash everybody.
This is, people wonder, I can't unfortunately keep this stream going while the lecture's going because even though this gives you guys an idea of how magicians learn how to do what they do, there are things that cannot be recorded or streamed here. As a matter of fact, if the lecturer knew I was streaming right now, he might actually ask me to turn this off or make sure. Oh, to answer, I am at Diamond's Magic in Peabody, Massachusetts. I'm at a magician lecture to answer your question. Jeff McBride is a very talented magician. He's a in the magic community, Jeff McBride is an A-list celebrity. Okay, he's like the John Wick of magicians. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's been on Magic. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of him right over here. I showed it a second ago, but this is Jeff McBride. Now, if you don't recognize him, he has been on Penn and Teller's Fool Us. That is how most people who would know him today. But he was on World's Greatest Magic when I was in high school, so I've followed him ever since then. Just one more thing, and then we're going to shut off here.
So you followed him through, you did like games, dance, music, and everything else?
Vince, I must tell you, first of all, thank you for, I probably should have asked you before I started streaming here.
Okay, but that's all right.
I'm sorry about it. But one of the reasons why I'm doing this, I was explaining this to somebody earlier. Of course, magicians get asked all the time, how do we do tricks? But I think that what even trumps that for me is, I think more people actually ask, how do you become a magician, rather than how do tricks? And I try to tell them that shops like this exist, and they don't believe me. They're like, so I just wanted to show them.
It is hard to believe.
Yes, it is. So I just wanted to prove it real quickly. So before I shut this down, because obviously there's nothing
Going on yet.
There's nothing here that we can't record yet. But the minute the lecture starts, obviously
Yep.
we can't record that. But do you have any commercial you want to give for Diamond's Magic here, just real quickly?
Please come see us in Peabody. I know it's hard to believe that a brick and mortar magic shop can exist, especially one of this magnitude. But come and see us. Come and find us.
Thank you. So long, folks.